Hello, everyone, and welcome to another XTIVIA Live Session, 8 Sales You Must Make in Each and Every Conversation with Lynn Scheurell. My name is Alex Killian. I'm the video producer here on XTIVIA's marketing team. Before we jump into our live session this morning, I would love to tell you just a little bit about our company, XTIVIA. Since 1992, XTIVIA has established a proven reputation as a company that delivers leading-edge IT solutions and technology support for our clients' specific requirements. Our service areas include mobile app development, BIDW, CRM, ERP, data management, web portal, digital experience design, and EIM services and solutions. And our success really stems from a demonstrated ability to deliver deep expertise via professional services. We try to empower our clients to leverage their chosen technology successfully, competitively, and profitably. And XTIVIA has offices in Colorado, New York, New Jersey, Missouri, Texas, and Virginia. Today, we will be hearing from Lynn Scheurell, the Lead Digital Strategist for XTIVIA. Lynn has been creating experiences through content and copy in digital marketing and messaging since 1998. She's known for her unique perspective, her positive, empowering mindset, and her abilities as a high communicator to deliver significant value. She translates complex concepts into simple clarity for practical action. And that's exactly what she'll be doing for us today. Lynn, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, well, I'm happy to be here. So thanks for the introduction. I guess everybody can tell I'm running the slides because I got them kind of messed up. So here's our agenda. Because, once I got into it, I thought, well, wait a second. We're just going to kind of create this as we go. We're going to be talking about the 8 sales you have to make. What's so interesting about sales is that we think that sales is relegated to salespeople. And that's not the case. Really, everybody's always selling. So, we don't think of ourselves as salespeople, but really we are all selling all the time. So success in anything, really, it says success in sales is based on relationships, but success in general is based on relationships. So let's talk about how sales has changed. So sales at one point used to be about figuring out, a company would say, well, we want to make some money. So what should we do, as a product? And, who do we think is going to buy it? And, how are we affected by that? Or, how can we profit from it? And that's just not the way it happens anymore. It used to be very transactional and that was enough. Hey, do you want this widget? Yes, I'll take the widget. That's not what happens anymore in sales. In sales today, it's about delivering value. It's about being an advisor. It's about providing distinct conversations that help a prospect or potential customer to learn something that they didn't even know about for themselves to benefit the company or about the industry, where you're sharing perspective with them that helps them understand and shape solutions. So, sales, your grandpa's sales aren't what's happening in today's sales. It's, today's sales is really about being a trusted advisor. It's about offering a unique perspective. And it's really, when you're doing it from a place of authenticity and integrity, it's about finding the best solution for that client, even if it's not your solution, ironically enough. But that's what people remember. What's so interesting is that people now assume that whatever you tell them about your solution in terms of like the features or whatever, all that stuff works. People just figure that stuff works. So that's no longer, that's not enough to sell on features. And it's not even enough to sell on benefits. Customers today are savvy. They're looking at what's the brand of that company? Who are the customers of that company? What are other people saying? What are their, and right here, what are their ethics? Do they respect people? Are they honest? Do they have integrity in their relationships? These are the intangible qualifiers of relationships in business today. And something like 80% of all sales decisions are made before they even talk to anyone in your company. So that means that, and you are probably doing this too, you're a consumer, right? So what are you looking for? You go online, you look at the website, you look for reviews, you look for social proof, maybe you go to social media channels, you maybe look at the Google review sites, whatever. There's all these ways that you're assessing information about a potential vendor or a solution provider. And by the time that you get all that information amassed, you figured out, okay, this is someone that I want to talk to, that's someone I want to talk to, I'm not going to talk to those 10 others, right? So a lot goes into sales now. By the time that a person reaches a salesperson, they've done all their research, they're usually an informed customer, and they expect that salesperson to be able to drop everything and meet them where they want to be met in terms of timing, the method of communication, the venue, and so sales has changed. It is a very dynamic and interesting. I think it's fun. Personally, I think it's great. For me, sales means helping people get what they want. So, and again, when you're doing it from a place of higher purpose, you're helping people get what they need, even if it's not the exact thing that you're offering. So even if it's just clarity, I'm going to do a future live session, I think, on the 12 intangible benefits that any solution can consider in presenting what they do with someone, because we don't think about these intangible benefits, but those are the differentiators today in the market today. Anyway, so I get on a roll. But anyway, so let's just roll along. The first sale you have to make is attention. The real competition in the market these days is not really about what another company is doing. I mean, yeah, you do need to know what the competition is doing. The reason you need to know that is because you need to see what your customers are seeing in the market. So the biggest competition is really attention and then time. You have to get a prospect or lead or potential customer's attention with a strong elevator pitch. I also call these audio logos. And I have to say, I picked this picture because it just made me laugh. So I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, so an audio logo, if you want a really quick formula, if you're not quite sure how to share what it is that you're doing, I help blank to do blank so they can blank. So basically, my company helps these types of customers so they can do this kind of work so they can blah, blah, blah. So we might say something like, forward-thinking companies work with XTIVIA to implement innovative solutions so they can stay on their competitive edge, deliver more value, and ultimately generate more profit. So, I just made that up on the fly. Well, no, I really didn't. I mean, that is what XTIVIA does. But you see the formula in action, right? You just kind of flip it so that you talk about the who, the what, and why it matters. That is a strong, in 10 seconds, you can get somebody's attention, right? So when you're getting attention, by the way, including in copywriting, sales calls, lead calls, advertising, you want to have an attention-grabbing, benefit-laden something, the audio logo, for example, that encourages people to say, wait a minute, what? You've got my attention, I'm going to give you my time, and then you want them to keep giving you their time by reading the next thing or going to the next level or whatever it is. So that's about attention. Let's talk about benefit. Now, this is a really obvious one. You really have to give your potential customer the benefit of your solution. This is not about features. Features means the pen has black ink, right? But the benefit is I can sign my name and do things like I can communicate with this. So you want to share the benefit of your solution that means you are solving problems or meeting needs. So if you're not clear on your benefits, you want to be. Let's say it that way. So you have to get their attention. You need to be able to share the benefit of your solution and why it's relevant, practical, and timely for them. And in doing that, now that's like the basics, really. That's just the basics of sales, the two most basic sales that you have to make in every conversation that you're having. So let's talk about the next one. Credibility. I love this, right? The Swiss Army knife of, here we've got this on the go. This tells your prospect, your potential customer, why they should trust you. Why should they like you? Why should they do business with you? So to do that, you want to share testimonials. You want to share case studies, success stories. You want to help your customers have the words they need to tell their story. Why is that? Because when success is a journey, the person who experiences that success, the customer in this case, can't share their success story without sharing how they got there. And you want to be a part of that story. That they become an advocate for you, they become a natural referral source. But the point is that you have to have that credibility. You have to have that social proof. It goes back to when that prospect is doing research, right? So when that prospect is doing research, they're looking at social media, reviews, case studies, everything on your website, anything that people have written about you. So you want to make sure that your story is strong, that you have credibility, that you say what you mean what you say. Without that, you're kind of, that will affect your business. I was going to say you're kind of dead in the water, but maybe that's a little harsh. I don't know, but maybe not. It's credibility. If you don't have it, and you can establish it, you can lose it really fast too. You can establish it over time. You can establish it even quickly in how you're showing up, but you can lose it like that. If you've got somebody who, might be a frontline customer service person and the way they answer the phone is, not quite so friendly, that dings the credibility. Think of it as like an emotional bank account. Where are you making deposits into that and where are you taking withdrawals from that? So even one interaction can taint the credibility of your brand that you built over time. So it's really important to make sure that you're selling, you've got attention, you're doing talking benefit, and you're credible in doing that. And your brand has credibility. You also have to be unique. And I love this picture. It just made me laugh. And this kind of is it. I mean, when you're the solution of choice, when you're the premier solution, you are kind of a lifeguard. You're saving your customer. And I don't know, this just made me laugh. I just thought it was a good picture. So the whole point is that your prospect needs to know that what you're offering is something they can't get anywhere else. If what you're offering is the same thing that's available somewhere else, it means it's more of a commodity than something that's really got distinctive and significant value. So it's about understanding your differentiators. Customer experience, people are talking about customer experience now, right? So customer experience, really, that's almost your only sustainable advantage in business today. The experience that your customer is having with the brand. Now, are customers always external? No, customers are internal. Your users, your employees, your stakeholders, your leaders. So again, this is one big, beautiful conglomeration, confluence of all of these factors. And you need to be able to address this in the conversations that you're having. So you've got to be able to share why you're unique, why you stand out, and why you are the solution that is not available anywhere else. And that may even come just from how you do business. It's not what you're doing, but how you're doing it. So your values, your mission, your vision, those become really important. Whatever sets you apart, that is what you want to be sharing. So value. And again, I thought this picture was great because the picture is a little, actually the bank is almost bigger than the car. Anyway, I just thought it was a great picture. So I hope you enjoy it. But you really need to demonstrate that your solutions give whoever's reading your copy or hearing your call or meeting you in person, what they want to know basically is if they give you $1, are they going to get 3 back? Right? They want to know that they're going to receive something in value that's greater than what they're paying for it. And really, it makes sense. Like, what's the difference between price versus value? Price is what you pay for something. Value is what you get. And a lot of times we will think that if we pay more for something, that it's actually worth more or that it's better or it's more premier. And that's not always the case. But it's what we've been conditioned for. So another thing about price versus value is there's really 2 factors. There's time or money. They're in proportion to each other. So do you want to spend more money and not have to worry about something being handled properly? Or do you want to spend your time in problem solving because you're trying to save money? So, that an example of something that might demonstrate that is, do you want to hire full-time employees to run your, to monitor your databases? Do you want to hire a full-time Salesforce admin? Or do you want to outsource that to a trusted company like XTIVIA? And yes, that is a shameless plug. But would you rather have experts who are on top of it, who can just come in, do it in the 5 hours a week they need or whatever, versus hiring a full-time employee? You see, you can spend money or you can spend time. So, what's your decision? So now with value, you really want to understand too what the prospect will define as valuable, because what you might think is valuable might not be what it is that they're looking for. So you really have to understand your audience and be able to speak to that specifically in order to have credibility and demonstrate that you understand the benefits and that you get their attention, you keep their attention. So you can see how this is all kind of relating, right? So safety and security, that is another sale that you have to make in today's business market. I got this picture because I just thought it was great. I love this little key thing. But this really, that smartphone can actually be a computer system, an IT environment. It can be the front door of the business. It can, it stands for much more. So you want your prospect to know that their data is safe with you, their processes, their protocols, that what they're doing. You want to make sure that they know they can always reach you, that you honor their confidentiality. And when you are on a website, one of the things that drives me crazy, I don't know if this happens to you, but if I go to a website and I can't find how to reach the person behind the website, it's done. It's just done. So, and a lot of times we'll see that because businesses are just trying to go all, digital. Well, that actually hurts you. So anyway, so safety and security, you always have to be showing that you have, that you have your prospect's interests at heart. So convenience, that is another one. You have to make it easy for your potential customer to not only understand your solutions, but you have to make it easy for them to have a call with you. You want to set expectations. You want to communicate clearly. And I just thought this was kind of fun, this little kitschy neon sign. It's actually one of my secret dreams is to be a neon glass designer, but I digress. So the point is that you have to be selling the convenience of your solution to get your customer's attention, your prospect's attention. So, and now, you have to let your reader, your prospect, and really customers, there has to be a sense of urgency about taking action. Why? Well, a lot of time, the things that are truly important are kind of quiet and they'll sit on the back burner. But the things that are urgent are like, and so, if you think about it just in your regular week, your own home life, you got to get the car fixed, you got to do the oil change, you got to clean the house, you got to do the laundry, you got to do the groceries, like all that stuff is screaming at you, but really you just wanted to learn a new language. Well, when are you going to find time? That's the important thing that's really quiet and waits for you, but urgency is what makes things happen. So you have to really understand what's happening for your prospect in order to connect that now is the time for them to take action. Every day they wait is a day they prolong having the pleasure of the solution that you're going to provide for them. So you want to connect with your prospect emotionally by sharing your values. You want to create a reason to speak with one of your team leaders now. You want to make sure that, and really through the marketing process, when marketing is done well, everything is actually handled. All the frequently asked questions, that they understand the solution, they can see it, working in their business. By the time they get to the salesperson, now remember, 80% of their decision is done. By the time they get to that salesperson is really just adapting the solution to their specific circumstances and formalizing the relationship. So, and that's only the beginning of the relationship, really, right? So, but the point is it has to happen now. It can't, people that procrastinate are just prolonging having what it is that they really want. So by understanding that you need to make the sale of now, you make things happen in your business. So, here, I wanted to share just a few of our customers who have appreciated our ability to help with these 8 sales. We've made these 8 sales with these types of customers. We're so honored to work with each and every one of them. So this is an experience of our customers. We have more on our website if you want to read case studies and things like that. And then, of course, for our own credibility, I wanted to share. We're a great place to work. Our internal customers, our employees and users, they make everything go. So, having the Great Places to Work designation, the Great Place to Work designation, that is just an incredible distinction in the market. And then we also are on the Inc. 5000 list. And we've gotten all these different awards. We're a gold partner with Microsoft. We've got some really premier partnerships. I'm doing it a complete disservice by trying to remember who they are off the top of my head, but this shows you at least a little bit of what we've done with our past. And here we go. So I guess we kind of flew through that one. The big bang here is that your brand experience rests on the technology and the 8 sales you need to make to deliver a quality experience. So you want to enhance your competitive advantage through the right technology. The future of your business depends on it. So that is the big bang close of the 8 sales you need to make. And this is not relegated. Remember, this is not relegated to only salespeople. This is every single person in the organization. Everybody, you always have to be selling yourself. You have to, if you're not delivering value, then, what are you contributing? Are you just performing the job, or are you actually contributing substance and significance in creating results? That's the question. And that is what XTIVIA does with each and every one of our customers and our projects. We really, really, we love what we do. If you can imagine a business outcome, XTIVIA can create it with technology. So there it is.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Very well said. Everyone, as a reminder, these XTIVIA Live Sessions are happening every 4th Thursday of the month, so make sure to tune in for the next one. And if you enjoyed this, please share it, give us a like, a comment, and don't hesitate to reach out to Lynn or any of us at XTIVIA if you have any questions. And have a great Thursday, everybody.